Title it does it is in the Bible. It is. Yeah, when dang old Tower of Babel, dang old failed. Dang old, he's starting to preach. Pass the plate around. No, it's 2 Corinthians. Donald Trump says it's 2 Corinthians, not 2 Corinthians. Oh, listen at it. Dang old 7. The number 7 is perfect. There it is. Look at him. He carries it. Pass the plate. Don't put rattlesnakes in it. All right. Now that I'm going to get fired, call this Bible back there. What I say? We're going to make U equal what? U equals sine of x. Du equals derivative sine of cosine of x. Negative sine, derivative sine of cosine. I thought. Why are y'all telling me negative? No, that was the integral. Derivative sine of cosine. Okay, y'all need to look it up. That was the antiderivative. No, it's not. Okay, somebody look up the derivative cosine and tell me it's not cosine. Oh, you're right. Thank you. Say it one more time. It's a woman. It's a woman. dV is equal to, I want you to say what Mr. Ryder, what did Mr. Ryder say? Thank you. All right, so dV is U is the sine dx. I'll do this one for you, okay? The antiderivative of e to the x. Now, plug it in for the first time, because this is a 3-time thing. Okay. Ultraviolet. Minus voodoo. No, because I make math. E to the x, sine of x, minus, what are we going to do here? Well, I'm going to make the derivative. I'm going to make the u equal cosine of x. Now, what's the derivative of cosine of x? There you go. And I'll do the other for you. Towards the right side of the board, so e to the x, sine of x, minus ultraviolet, which will be cosine e to the x, cosine of e to the x, minus voodoo, which is going to be e to the x, and negative sine of dx, negative sine, make negative, will do what? Make this what? Positive. Now at this point you're done. You just got to do some algebra. And some of y'all are going, boy, he's talking about algebra. Now look at what you started with. What did you start with? What are you trying to find? That's not a hypothetical or rhetorical question. I'm asking y'all a question. What are you trying to find? Okay. Okay, well then we'll just put it down as I don't know, and we'll just get in class. How about that? Y'all suck. What are we trying to find? Yeah, they're not derivative either. They're x sine of x dx. Yes. Where is that? Oh gosh, what? I'm looking. Where? Right here? Oh, I forgot I put it there. My bad. It's right here. So it looks like we've got this right there. So it looks like we can do something. In other words, I can rewrite this, and I'm going to rewrite it as soon as I highlight it again. You've got to watch out for this problem because, like I say, teachers like to put it. And I can take, since this is what we're trying to get, I can say m to the x sine of x dx is equal to this. E to the x sine of x minus e to the x cosine of x plus e to the x sine of x dx. Now I can use algebra to solve it. That's why I like this problem. Well, what do when you're trying to get all your x's and y's? What do you try to do? Try to get them all on what? One side. So that means that I need to bring this guy right here. I need to bring him what? I need to bring this guy over here. Now what's in front of this one? A 1. What's in front of this one? A 1. It's supposed to be a negative, I thought. It's supposed to be a negative. Yeah, it's supposed to be a negative. This is supposed to be negative. Right there is supposed to be negative. I don't know why it's not negative, but it's supposed to be negative because when you bring it over, it's supposed to be positive 2 times the antiderivative of e to the x. So we messed up somewhere. And I'm looking to see where we messed up. Say again? Where? Yeah, the derivative of cosine is a negative sign. And that negative comes out here to make this positive. But that's not, this right here is not supposed to be positive. That's it. It's algebra. I'm thinking the opposite direction. Well, no, that won't work. It's supposed to be negative. This is supposed to be negative. I don't know why. I don't know what we've done wrong. What? Is it in the book? I thought they took it out of this book. Which page is it on? They put it back in this book. They took it out of the I don't have yours. That's right. That's why you're trying to show it to me. So we are correct. It is supposed to be negative. No, we don't think so. It's supposed to be negative. Right here. So what did we do wrong? We did? Well, it shouldn't matter. You should have the same answer. Okay, y'all need to find out why. Okay, do we have negative e to the x cosine of x plus e to the x cosine of x dx? Do you have that? Antiderivative. Negative e to the x. Yeah, it's supposed to be negative. Anyway, e to the x sine of x. Should be clean. What do you mean? We're missing something very small because that's supposed to be negative. It's what? This one? That's it. Thank you. I knew it was something small. There it is. That negative right here is supposed to be distributed here, and that's there, and then that negative with that positive turns this into a negative. Thank you. I knew there was something wrong. See how easy it is to, if you don't put brackets around it? I should have put brackets around it, but Miss Anthony had me talking about something. Okay, now, talking about me being right or something. Now, take that and move it across the ocean or the river, and that becomes 2 antiderivative of e to the x sine. Thank you, Mr. Brooks, for finding that error. Sine of x, what day is it? Dx is equal to e 5 minutes later. E to the x sine of x. Okay, I'll let you fill in. Minus e to the x cosine of x. All right, now what? Divide by 2. That's right, class. And the antiderivative of e to the x sine of x dx is equal to, and you can distribute that to that 1/2 here, and I don't know what they have in the book, but it should be 1/2 ex. I'm just going to put brackets. E to the x, because I forgot them where I needed them, sine of x minus e to the x cosine of x. Now, for those of you that don't realize where I made the mistake, is right here, ultraviolet minus voodoo. Minus voodoo always gets brackets around it, and I forgot to do it. And then that negative makes this e to the x negative, and it makes this positive, and it makes that negative. Now, the only reason I knew something was wrong is because I knew I was supposed to have a 2 over here, because I've done this problem several times. So make sure you put those brackets right there. Yeah, 1/2 e sine of x minus cosine of x. And that's about as far as you can go. You can't use the Pythagorean because it will make you square both sides, and that'll cause another shift in the space-time continuum, so I wouldn't do that. So you could take several variations of this. Oops. Don't forget to press C or you'll make it wrong. Thank you, Miss Anthony, for your attention to detail. Right. All right. Questions, gripes, complaints. Let's do a nerd. What? Well, we could. If you wanted to, you could say u is equal to e to the x du is equal to e to the x. And then dd, for those that are listening, not talking about Bojangles, is equal to sine of x, and dx, d is equal to what? Miss Anthony, what is the antiderivative of the sine of x? Negative cosine. You need to learn yours. And now, ultraviolet minus voodoo, e to the x, negative cosine of x, negative e to the x, cosine of x, minus, don't forget, minus voodoo, ultraviolet minus voodoo. Voodoo, don't forget, voodoo is going to be negative cosine of x e to the x, and then that's going to be negative e to the x cosine of x. I'd leave 2 as I was you. And then plus antiderivative of e to the x cosine of x. Now, what did we do here? We used e to the x here. We're going to use e to the x here. So, and we're going to erase this. You don't pay attention. You know you're talking about Bojangles. Right, Mr. Swanson? You just left. I don't blame you. All right. So, that's going to be negative e to the x cosine of x plus ultraviolet, so u is going to be e to the x. What's the antiderivative of cosine of x? Negative, it would be negative sign, wouldn't it? So it'd be negative, so that's going to make this guy right here negative. Sine of x minus antiderivative d is going to be negative sine of x du is e to the x. Okay? Is that what we got? Is that right here? Let's see. E to the sine of x. Yeah, that's going to be positive. E minus e to the cosine of x. And that, if you brought that over, yeah, it's going to work out. It should work out. It's going to work out to be the same. Okay? So either way you do it, it's fine. All right, let's do nerd. Because remember, my job is to discourage you as much as possible. Let's try this one. Antiderivative of p to the fifth, or x to the fifth, I don't care what, x to the fifth, natural log of x, dx. She's over the fifth now. She's come back to join us. Sometimes this stuff can make you go crazy. So what are people saying around your humble abode about Donald Trump? Just curious. I'm just curious. The class? Do you know what a humble abode is? Like,
Like, how much you love Trump, he hates him just that amount. It's pretty funny. It's night and day.
do you have any idea why? Yeah, it might have something to do with his hair. I don't know. Yes, sir. What about New Hampshire? They don't even know who he is. What's a grade 10? I didn't know that. I didn't know that's what it's called. Oh, you were being sarcastic. Who else? Yeah, he did that at the T at Garrison Arena. He was being funny. You know, people. You know, I'm sorry. We need to lighten up. Okay, we, our country has turned. Our country has turned into a bunch of pansies. I can't do it. We have. We've turned it up where people cannot joke about anything. I want you to take that tin foil. I want you to paint it different colors like the painting and put it on your head like petals of paint. I'm serious though. I'm serious. Yep. We've got to hire. We've got to have a person that speaks good. We've got to have a person that's polite. We have to have a person that's boring. We have to have a person that's a lawyer, senator, or congressman. Jeb Bush. Who? Jason. Yep. Which you talking about the Barnett side, or are you talking about the Rochester side? This Barnett. Yeah. That's what. Oh, the Welsh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't know them, so I don't. I know the Barnett side. I really do think that. I started seeing the pansyism. I started seeing that about 15 years ago when everybody was offended by this and offended by this and offended by this. Yeah. Well, I think it started before that. I think the Democrats infiltrated the K through 6 system way long time ago, 30 years ago. And they infiltrated the books and they infiltrated the system. And then we started getting rid of this and we started getting rid of this. And then we started handing out ribbons for everybody that participated. And we started handing out trophies for everybody that participated. The Democrats know what they're doing. The Republicans are worried about their nose being in the air too much and worried about racism and worried about judging other people if they're a Christian or not. And if they would worry about getting into the schools a little bit more instead of worrying about that stuff, then I think the Republican Party may do a whole lot better. Yeah. Yeah. And if you say anything, you're racist. Yeah. I know. And y'all don't either. That's why I'm telling y'all to vote for Trump, and if you don't, you're going to get an F. Like I know who you vote for. Okay, like I know who you vote for. I don't know, okay? It's supposed to be a joke. Don't be offended. Oh, yeah, I figured. Lord have mercy. Yeah, that's right. What is he talking about? No, I think you're gonna have a good example. Did you bring out the Bible? You should have. I hear you. Uh huh. That's usually goes hand in hand. When they're lesbian, that's usually. Go ahead with your story. Yep. When she wasn't at the McDonald's, right? You could talk the whole year. Yep. Yeah, I've heard horror stories. I've heard horror stories. But that's but you're right. That happened about 30 years ago. That's when it started. That's when all the offensive things started and the political correctness started and we have to do this and we have to do this. You might need to go on tour. I think you need to try it. You and Donald, y'all both need to go on tour. Okay. No, wait a minute. He's not conservative or nothing, so you might need to hang around with him because he doesn't fit the mold, and so you might have to go to him. So you don't believe him? No, he's not. He just said it last night. Did you watch the? You sit there, y'all sit and y'all let y'all take in what the man says. Y'all don't listen to him. He said, "I am know you're not wrong. You are just. He said the same thing the previous year. He said the great benefit for abortion. He said the same exact thing, but everybody said he's faithful because he's not part of the establishment. Whatever. Does that offend people? I'm just about ready. I'm just going to rip this book in half. All right. Ultraviolet. Natural log of X. Oh. Minus voodoo. No, that's not right. VU is 1 over X. X to the 6 over 6, natural log of X, minus X to the 6 over 36. Y'all help me out. X to the 6 over 36. I don't know. Y'all check the answer. You figure it out. Okay, take the antiderivative of x to the 6th. What does it say? X to the 5th over what? 6. What's the antiderivative of x to the 5th? Hello? What's the antiderivative? No, you answer my question. What is the derivative of the antiderivative of x to the 5th? And what's already under there? 6. Thank you very much, Hubert. I'm sorry, she was sinking in. You know, with a tamale, it takes a little while for them to realize that the male is correct. She right now she's in the ignoring mode. I shouldn't have to explain that. Look. Look here. Look here. Look here. What does it say? It says antiderivative of x to the 5th. You have learned since the first week of class that x to the 5th, antiderivative of x to the 5th is x to the 5th over what? Over 5, sorry. Wait a minute, x to the 6th over 6. Now, well, you're confusing me. Now, we've already got a 6 there, haven't we? So we're just going to use that 6, or we're going to multiply 6 times 6? Which one are we going to do? You got to say it. I want to hear you say it. Thank you. Shut up. It's right here. If you don't see, it's right here. I offend you. All right, y'all get out of here. Have a good day. I'm going to post a lot of problems today. Miss Anthony, you're going to get twice as many. Yes, sir. Oh, God. Here we go. It gave me a 16, and I got a 28. Oh, my Lord.